Poor Tim, he married me, so he gets roped into things like this.
He said he really liked it.
We were talking about what to do, and I said, Glenda has so many books, children's books downstairs, Christmas books, and I said it'd be fun to read a Christmas story, a Christmas book, and I see Melrose, look at me. We're going to read you a story this morning, and we all are a child inside, so just look past the honoriness and just try to enjoy the story because there is really a good theme. So when I went downstairs and started looking at books to read, this was the second book I found, and it resonated deep within me because we all have a need in our heart for Jesus Christ to come in. And then we have other needs that he also gives us. And this story is about a mouse that God provided a house for the mouse. And God provided Tim and I a house this year, so it really made sense to me that this was a good for us. So then I just had to convince Tim that it was the right thing to do. So here we go. And the name of the book is
Mortimer's Christmas Manger by Carmel Wilson and Jane Chapman. In a big house lived a wee mouse named Mortimer. She dwelt in the dark hole under the stairs. Nobody ever noticed little Mortimer, and Mortimer liked it that way. But she didn't like her hole.
too cold, too cramped, too creepy.
Squeaked Mortimer.
Squeak.
Each day she snuck out and crept about looking for crumbs and tidbits.
Squeak.
One day Mortimer spied something new. What she spied was wonderful. She saw a huge tree covered with twinkling lights. Nestled on top was a bright shining star, but something even better than the tree itself sat next to it on a table, a nativity. Mortimer sighed with delight.
A house just my size.
But the house was so high, and Mortimer was so low.
Just climb up that tree.
Said Mortimer. It made a perfect ladder for a mouse. Up, 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 Mortimer climbed. Down, 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 ornaments crashed. Finally, she reached the table.
Perfect.
Said Mortimer.
Not cold, not cramped, not creepy. Cozy. Who are you?
Mortimer had never seen people so small, almost as small as herself. She had never seen such strange animals either. Tap, 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 Mortimer knocked, but no one answered. Tap, 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 no one moved an inch.
I see.
Mortimer squeaked.
Squeak. You aren't real. Only statues.
And so Mortimer lugged, and Mortimer tugged. One by one, she dragged the statues out. When she reached the smallest statue, she saw it was a baby. A baby in a wooden bed, just Mortimer's size.
There's no room for you here.
Mortimer said.
Out you go.
Then into the wooden bed crawled Mortimer. She fell fast asleep in the soft, warm hay. The next day, as Mortimer crept about, she found good things to eat. Cookie crumbs, fruitcake morsels, and spicy peppermint candy. But when Mortimer scampered back up to her new home, the statues were set up again.
No, no, no.
Squeaked Mortimer.
Squeak. This won't do. There's no room for me.
And so, Mortimer lugged, Mortimer tugged, until all the statues were out,
And stay out.
she said. Then into the wooden bed crawled Mortimer. She fell fast asleep in the soft, warm hay. But each day while Mortimer scurried about, the statues were set up again. And Mortimer always lugged and tugged them back out. Then one day, Mortimer set out and saw the big people gathered around the tree. She couldn't go out there, so she hid among the statues. A man started talking. Mortimer listened, and what she heard was wonderful.
Since it is Christmas Eve, I shall tell the Christmas story.
Said the man.
A long time ago, in a little town called Bethlehem,
Mortimer heard about people named Joseph and Mary and a bright shining star. She heard about the shepherds watching their flocks by night and traveling wise men. The man continued.
and there was no room for them in the inn.
Then Mortimer heard about a baby who was born in a stable, had no real bed but slept in a wooden manger. A baby born to save the world.
And his name shall be called Jesus,
said the man. Mortimer looked at the bright shining star on the tree. She looked at her new home and her new bed. She looked at the statues. Last of all, she looked at the baby.
I see.
Sighed Mortimer.
You aren't just any statue. You are a statue of Jesus.
Mortimer sniffled. Mortimer snuffled. A tear rolled down her furry cheek. There was no room for you. No.
There is no room for you in the inn, but I know where there is room,
She said. And so, Mortimer lugged. Mortimer tugged. Soon she dragged all the statues back to where they belonged. Last of all, she laid the baby in the manger.
This belongs to you,
She said. Mortimer smiled.
You are warm and cozy now.
However, there was no place for Mortimer to go except back to the cold, cramped, creepy hole. As Mortimer scuttled down the tree, she said a prayer.
Jesus, you were born to save the world, and I have asked you into my heart. But could you also bring me a new house?
And then Mortimer spied something new. What she spied was wonderful. Mortimer sighed with delight. A gingerbread house.
A gingerbread house! A house just my size! And there are no statues in sight!
And so, Mortimer moved right in,
Thank you, Jesus!
said Mortimer.